Okay, good morning. My name is Anthony Morgan. I have the distinct honor and pleasure of serving as the Chief of Bucknell Public Safety. I'm going to talk a little bit about our department and its divisions, and for incoming parents and students, give you a little bit of information on our philosophy around community policing, or as I like to call it, kind of really relational policing. So a little bit about who we are. I believe we're people serving people, and that means elevating the needs of our community on safety related concepts above our own. And so being there for our community, there are a number of programs that we have that we've created over the last 3 years that um, have put that verbiage into action. And I'll get to some of those things in a minute. But we are a sworn Act 120 law enforcement agency. What that means in Pennsylvania, we are the third private institution to obtain this distinction in Pennsylvania. All of our officers are sworn police officers. They have all the powers of municipal officers. We're able to engage in mutual aid agreements with municipal departments and respond farther away from campus. We also have our community service officer program, which is overseen by Assistant Director Jamie Groves. And those are our non-sworn civilians who can respond to non-criminal incidents in a dorm. Those are lockouts, vehicle jump starts, mental health calls, things where the genesis of the need for our services isn't crime. We operate a 24/7 dispatch center, and we manage all parking on campus. And in managing parking, we don't manage building new lots or those pieces. We actually manage the parking enforcement and parking violations. And as a heads up for all first year students, you are not allowed to bring a car on campus. We don't offer any exceptions. The office who does allow first year students permission to bring a car on campus is the Office of Accessibility Resources. They let us know if there's an accommodation that is approved. So again, what do? We respond to all medical, fire, parking, non-emergency emergency calls for service on campus. I believe in being intentional in their efforts to get to know the campus community during non-crisis moments. So officers and community service officers, dispatchers, the whole team are expected to interact, say hello, get to know students during non-crisis moments. So that way the first interaction with public safety doesn't have to be something negative. Our department is made up, again, I mentioned sworn and non-sworn are police powers within the campus geography and campus-owned buildings, but it actually extends a little beyond that. And we do conduct traffic enforcement. One of the major issues that we deal with on our campus is people running some of the stop signs. Being a walkable campus with a huge segment of our campus that walks, we do deal with folks who don't always stop at the stop sign. And we approach this really through education, but if we're dealing with the same people running the stop signs over and over again, we do give them a citation. A stop sign ticket in Pennsylvania is at least $185 due to fees that the state adds to the ticket. How you can reach us. We recommend all students putting this number into their phone, having Bucknell Dispatch. You can also call 911. The regional dispatch center will get the call and reroute to us, but you're not going to want to call 911 if you're a student and you're locked out your dorm, or you're having a mental health crisis, or someone stole something from you. You're really going to want to call us, and we recommend just putting that number in there. They will not handle 911, won't handle some of the non-criminal things on campus that we do, and they may hang up on you. So you can call them, but if it's not a real police matter or something they're going to send over to us as a police matter, you may get hung up on. Which is why we say to put our number in your phone. These are a couple of email addresses that you can utilize to reach us: publicsafety@bucknell.edu, or for parking, parking@Bucknell. And again, we encourage everyone to visit our website. There's a lot of really good information that's there, especially for parents who may kind of want to learn more about our operations. We do an annual report in addition to the Clery report that talks about our progress and call response, those things. It goes a little deeper, a little more granular. And so for parents, if you're interested in kind of seeing this information, your student can access it going to the website, and you can have those annual reports. I think that help kind of inform you going forward. And again, we have a safety app, the Be Safe app. We really encourage all students on campus to download the app. It has a mobile blue light feature as we are moving away from the fixed blue lights to really recognizing all of our students have cell phones. That allows their cell phone, when they're using it, to be a mobile blue light. We can pick up their geolocation anywhere on campus and respond to help them. There's friend walk. That's something that a student can do with their parent. Your first year student, you may, maybe just it may be late at night. They can send you the text message and you can see them walk from one part of campus to another and know they made it to their location. Okay, students can report tips to us anonymously. There's campus map, emergency plan support resources, and then social escape, which is a feature our students use. If a student's at a party or somewhere else where it's a little awkward and they want to get away from someone, they can press that button. Their phone's going to ring. They're going to get a call from an automated system just kind of talking them out of that situation. And they can use that phone call as a mechanism to kind of get away from whatever's going on. And again, you can download the app, either the Google Android store or Apple. And again, we really recommend students do it. There are a number of safety videos that are on here. If you click on Safety Toolbox, everything from violent critical incident to other things, just important information for students. And we really encourage students to download the app. Again, it's also one-stop shop for other support resources on campus and additional information. And also downloading the app allows another way for us to get a hold of students during emergency situations. And again, we within the app is updated information about Bucknell shuttles. It's just an example of kind of what the dispatchers kind of see on the back end if someone presses their mobile blue light. Again, we get the person's name, we get their location, and you may see lat and long coordinates, but that will always within our CAD system kind of populate to a building or a particular location on campus so we know where to respond. Okay.
Well, my name is
Apologize for that. That video was us interviewing a student. I am not sure why we had the other music sound in the background. I'll have to investigate that, but I apologize. What that just vehicle was a student asking a bunch of different questions and then us answering those kind of questions. Some of the things that I'm going to talk about here on this slide. While Bucknell is generally a safe campus, we really think it's important for all students to do the following. We've had vehicles stolen, okay? We've had things taken from people's cars. It's all preventable. We don't have people breaking people's windows. It's always someone leaves their car unlocked and their key in plain view for anyone to see. So really, we stress with our students to lock your car, lock your door and chain up your bike. No community is so safe where you can just go around and not take any safety precautions and expect to come back and find your property still there. We recommend finding a walking buddy. There are a number of events both on and off campus, and be aware of your surroundings at night. Use the app. Within the app, I didn't mention this, but there's a way that students can communicate with dispatch if they want to, in addition to the friend walk if they feel unsafe. We also offer safe escorts, which is an opportunity if a student feels unsafe. We don't define safety for them. We will pick them up from one part of campus and take them to another. Now, and it's not a taxi service. It's related to safety and a feeling of unsafe. So it isn't, for students who may say, I've had too much to drink, or, I just don't feel like walking from here or there. That's not the purpose. It's for those students who feel unsafe, and we will give them a ride. Again, we want to remind people, don't leave your valuables out in the open. And again, we have still some blue light emergency phones across campus. We're phasing those out over the next couple of years. We will have, and they won't be emergency phones, they'll just be camera poles. And again, if you see something on campus, say something, don't wait. Time counts in difficult situations. So we just want to remind everyone to call us when something happens. So things to know about us, some trainings that we offer. So if your student wants to be CPR AED certification, we can do that. We also provide training on Narcan. We have a therapy dog. My assistant director does what happens next, which is related to if you're involved and we charge you criminally, or the local department charges you criminally, what happens next in the criminal justice system. We have an academy, active shooter training, personal self-defense, situation awareness, and fraud awareness. All these things are free with the exception of CPR AED certification. And it's not a charge we have. Our certification that if you go through one of our trainings, you get from the Red Cross. And they have a charge of $20 per person that we aren't able to pay. You have to log in yourself to get your card once we submit that you've completed it. and then you get your certification kind of card. Unfortunately, again, it's a cost we're not able to defray. Crime on campus, we comply with the Janine Cleary Act. And again, one thing that's important, there's a difference between clear reportable violations and crimes directly reported to campus police. As an example, a lot of our sexual assaults that are reported to us are through Title IX. We count those things for Clery, which is a federal law requires us to capture these things. The Clery Act basically allows people to report things in an anonymous fashion, not have a police investigation or the police contact them, but we will still count if it's a clear reportable violation as a statistic, and it will show in our annual report. So just for the sake of emphasis, clear reported violations include hate crime, sexual assault, murder, arson, robbery, aggravated assault, motor vehicle theft, drug, alcohol, and weapon violations. Campus security authorities are those individuals on campus who have significant responsibility over students. And these can be RAs, these are going to be coaches, public safety as an example, all the staff within student affairs are example of campus security authorities who are obligated. They don't have the option not to. They have to report when they have information related to any of these violations on our campus. The one that is most consistently reported is alcohol violations. All right, what's the difference between being referred for conduct versus criminal? Again, conduct is handled in-house. Again, we believe in the educational mission of the institution. So a lot of our interactions with students where they are doing things they shouldn't be doing are handled through the conduct office unless there's a victim. So if there's a victim on the other end, damaged property, sexual assault, theft, those pieces, we will charge someone criminally when the victim wants that to happen. There are times when the institution is the victim and the institution wants to see someone charged. So those can happen, and then you go to court. We complete a criminal complaint, we charge you, you're arrested, and you have to go to court. The other side of that is when we refer students for conduct and you just go through the dean's office. That is the vast majority of how we refer things. So that way individuals are able to go through the kind of educational restorative justice process and to reflect and think about the behavior, and hopefully on the other side make different decisions going forward. But again, one will not go on your permanent criminal record. It won't, while one will. So criminal charge, criminal arrest, criminal conviction, that is on your permanent criminal record. If you apply for certain jobs, you would have to disclose you've been convicted of a crime. Conduct stuff is just internally within the institution. So if you are not convicted in a court, this all happens in-house with the Dean of Students office, and there are internal sanctions that you face, but it does not follow you for the rest of your life. Parent information. So just for parents, so, you know, oftentimes we, especially the student and parent kind of separation happens first year in college. Students are adults, so we can do welfare checks. We work with residential education to facilitate these checks, but we can't make your student call you back. So there can be times when a parent is just like, hey, can you check? I haven't heard my student in the last hour or so, and have them give me a call. We can ask them. We can't make them. And that's as far as we can go because they are adults. And a lot of these will work with residential education to pass the information on that you would like your student to call you back. Rave guardian alerts. In the event of emergency, we send alerts to students, faculty, and staff. Students can add their parents. There is no way for parents to add themselves. And the why is, in a critical incident, we really want to deal with those affected within our community. And we know that parents call from far away. That doesn't add value or help us in a situation. It actually ties up our phone lines and prevents those who are here impacted from being able to kind of reach us. And while we understand as parents, you want to know, our primary responsibility as first responders to a critical incident are for those that are affected, not those who are far away. And students can add you so that you would get the notification. But if you do call and you're like, well, why is our dispatch not giving me much information? We could still be trying to figure out, but we really need to keep the lines clear for those who are impacted, who are on campus, and just us receiving calls asking what's going on is not helping us in that situation. And we need to clear the phone line for those who can help us. We don't contact parents. generally, and I'll give you an exception where we do. One is a missing person case. Otherwise, you're going to hear from the dean of students, and the other, which isn't listed here, where we would contact parents, is for underage drinking. So if we charge someone criminally with underage drinking, and especially if they are under 18, we have to notify a parent, and we will either call or send a letter to a parent notifying them that that has happened. And in the other case, we will contact the parent as a missing person case. If we've determined your child is missing, we will contact you as part of the criminal investigation. Otherwise, university-related information will come from the dean of students office. We formed a campus police and safety committee. This is led by my number 3. If your student is interested in this, I think we get a lot of value and a lot of great feedback. We had some freshmen or first-year students last year who were part of this committee, and we really encourage students to be involved. You're able to kind of help inform, shape, and share how we look at safety on campus, and we really think it's a great way to build relationships, connectivity, and have your voice heard. Again, I mentioned parking. We don't have enough parking to accommodate all students. We do not, and that's just a reality. If you came and visited, you probably saw our parking situation, and we know it's a challenge. It's not something for us we're going to make everyone happy on. We acknowledge that. We continue to advocate for more parking, but right now we just have limited resources, and so we are not able to accommodate all students being able to park on campus, and we don't have any accommodations through our office. Again, that's through the Office of Accessibility Resources. One of the other initiatives that we have is we allow students to rate their experience with us, and we take it seriously. We look at this data, and it's talked about in our command staff meeting. And again, students, as you can see on the back of the card, it's not just us. You can rate how your experiences were with Buffalo Valley Regional Police Department, which is a local department, or medical, or anything. And students can put their information. We take it seriously. It can be shared anonymously, and we'll take a look at that to see how we can continue to improve. But officers pass out their business cards after interactions with students. Some students collect the different officers' cards, but it's something that's important. And again, it allows students to be a part of change and offering feedback on their experiences. And that is the last slide that I have. I hope that you enjoyed this recording. And if you ever have any questions or need any assistance, you certainly can reach out to me directly. My email address is amm051@bucknell.edu. And thank you.